for this fucking intro.
EA Sports.
Playing NHL 99. Holy shit. This game, I'm pretty sure... I'm willing to bet I've put more hours into this game than quite a bit. I'm trying to think of other games that I've put a lot of time into. Like, I'm willing to bet, even combining the amount of time I've put into Red Dead Redemption and Skyrim, and now I don't play very many modern games, so those are the two that I can think of off the top of my head that I do play a lot, and I put a lot of hours in. I'm pretty sure if you combine both those games play times, it doesn't come close to NHL 99. I grew up watching a lot of hockey. This era of the NHL, kind of going into the 2000s, I really started to follow it. And yeah, this is such a nostalgic game for me. So I actually did not play any other NHL games for the N64, so I'm a little biased. This is gonna be my favorite one. So, I never did a full season. Never did a full season. I messed around with the playoffs, tournament, shootout, and of course, exhibition game. So, it's been a long time. I haven't really explored much of this. You know what? Actually, I see that controller pack sign. I'm actually going to put a new controller pack in. Make sure got enough. Because I know these games are pretty taxing, like most sports titles. Let's see what we got here. I just want to see what's even on here. Okay, cool. I got a whole load of spare memory cards. Definitely something you're gonna need if you want to be playing a lot of sports titles and save your rosters. Let's see. And the rules in the NHL have changed so much. It's unreal. I mean, the guys can't even tuck in their fucking jerseys. I think that ended in, 2014. I think. It's just ridiculous. See, and it seems like tucking in your jersey isn't really a big deal, I guess, but it's this, to me, it's this part of the style of the sport. I mean, you guys do it. I mean, Wayne Gretzky did it, so I don't know, that's just me. Anyway, and this is back when two-line passing was a big deal. That was a rule. I almost want to turn that off. I'm gonna play all these games with of period rules, so almost want to turn that all the way on. Yeah, we'll leave it down there. Okay. I'm gonna do just an exhibition game, and I've thought about this. Yeah, and I'll do rookie just to kind of ease myself into it. I want to do a practice round, do an exhibition game. Maybe I'll up the level. I'll do one game, up the level, play another game, and then up a level again. Over here. Not bad. Alright, I mean, this seems pretty straightforward. That's what I remember. I'm going to start on rookie. And if this is any indicator... Oh man, I forgot about all these. Wildest jerseys Where are they? Yeah, Kazakhstan. Wildest jerseys in the whole fucking game. And who knew Kazakhstan had a national team? I still, as a kid, I didn't get it. I just loved them because of the crazy colors of their jerseys. But let's see. Yeah, if there's any indicator where in the United States I'm from, I am from the Chicagoland area, and it's. I don't know, Chicago is sort of unique. Oh man, great logo for Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, the Chicagoland area is one of those parts of the country where you can be from, 70 miles away, 50, 70 miles away from the city of Chicago, and when you go somewhere else and you tell people where you're from, you say Chicago. It's the weirdest thing ever. I mean, I've talked to people when I've been out in DeKalb, home of Northern Illinois University, and there's people that live out there and tell others they're from Chicago. Blows me away. I don't get it. I don't do that. But I do live in the Chicagoland area, which is like a 50, 70 mile radius. So, I don't know who I want to play here, though. You know what? Let's do the Florida Panthers. Hawks were not too hot in this particular year. They're not really doing that good now either at the end of the 17-18 season, but oh well. Tickets will get cheaper, thank God. Wanted to go to a couple games and pay an arm and a leg to go see a recent Stanley Cup champion team play. Ooh, yeah, all right. Now I remember. I have to reverse the angle. Fuck around with the camera. Overhead 2, I think, is what I typically played at. I liked seeing as much from board to board as possible on the forecheck, so. Ooh, oh God, Jeff Hackett, I forgot about him. Horrible goalie. Ed Belfour is the reason I loved hockey as a kid. It's the reason I got into it. Watching him play was just wild. Just a crazy goaltender. Well, yeah, all right. Let's just see what happens.
The puck is dropped. Snags it.
Chris Chelios. Oh, man. Ooh. Eric Daze. Jesus Christ. What an absolute oaf. You know, and I have played some... oh, God. I've played some newer NHL games, and I'm telling you, this is a trip. Oh, Antonio Monte, God almighty. Yeah, you're just going to listen to me reminisce here about some of these players I watched when I was a little kid. And Sullivan was great to watch, too. I remember him. But yeah, Ed Belfour. God, Eddie the Eagle is absolutely nuts to watch. Yeah, but some of these new... Oh, there you go. Two-line pass. Yeah, you can't catch a break on a long lead pass in this era of the NHL and really get ahead of the D. But it's hard. Oh, it's hard to play some of the newer NHL games and go back to this, obviously. But I inherently want to do certain things. I have a certain style of play with like NHL 14 and 15 and 16, you know, kind of going forward. But yeah, this is just straight. Yeah, that's what it's all about right there. It's just fucking guys up.
Oh, he's got a clear path to the net.
There we go. There we go. Not bad.
Chicago goal scored by number 18.
And they all look the same, all the faces. I don't think there's any difference. Little Deacon going on. Put it around him. Oh, there's your offense. No, I don't want funnel.
He steals the puck.
Holy shit. There we go. He already had a goal. Ah. Get on that. Woo.
Side.
Yeah, who are they? I know. I remember. Is this just Bill Clement? I think. Announcing. This is the most ridiculous shit ever. And I had all of this shit, all the sound bites memorized. Just too funny. I had it memorized to the point where
Blocker save.
my dad asked me one time, because he didn't know much about video games. I don't think anybody's parents really do. I think that's sort of changing as the years go by.
Great pass.
But
He shoots.
he didn't know
He takes him out
any
to play
better.
hard.
And I repeated some of the sound bites of this game so much. Get on him, for the love of God. What the oh, that's right. You can do
Offside.
a tic-tac pass if you hold the A button. He didn't know any better, and I repeated these lines so much.
Come on,
Talk
everyone.
about repeating. I feel like I said that like fucking 3 times. But I said it so much that he thought you could customize what he's saying or like change what he's saying. There was like a library of shit. And he thought it was way more advanced than it really was, you know. Just too funny though. Alright, let's change some of this up here. Defense, I want man-to-man. Oh my Christ. Oh, no wonder they got rid of two-line pass. It really just opens up the speed of the game. You really just get moving on this shit. If you can get rid of that.
Nice try. No goal.
Dude, I think the only reason... What the fuck? I think the only reason that the game gets harder is really because of the speed, the top speed that you're allowed to move at.
Enormous
So you can be
save.
fly. Oh my God, that was stupid. I should not let that go. The only reason that the game is difficult is because your opponents can catch up to you. No matter how much of a lead you got on them, they will catch up to you before you get into their zone. Oh, that was so stupid. Oh, and Jamnov. Holy fuck. Man, I didn't even see that before. Alexei Jamnov.
He stops him and drops him. Blocker save. Beautiful pass.
So much for man-to-man. Holy shit.
The big one-timer. No goal. Don't you know the rules?
Oh, what was that? Goaltender interference? Oh, I don't get a penalty on that? How does that work?
Nice try. Nuh-uh.
Man, getting a full windup in this is, man, you really gotta
This guy's a
cycle
human wall in there.
the puck around to get that shit to work.
1 minute left in the first period.
Ugh.
That's icing.
Whiff.
Game on, everyone. Oh, what a save.
Hard to beat the goalie off the face-off in this, from what I remember. What the fuck am I doing?
Great save. Robbed.
Oh! Going for the hat trick.
Chicago goal scored by number 18.
Look at this guy. He just doesn't know what he's doing. Holy word almighty. I wonder what kind of shots I can do. I could do the wrist. Let me look real quick now that I got him in the zone. No controllers. Rules options. Really? I can't look at a... Man, I can't look at a controller net? I can't look at any of the controls? I don't understand that. I could earlier. Or can I go down further? No. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the whole point is to just experiment a bit and remember some of this. Not a bad first period, though. Not a bad first period. Yeah. This is... Christ almighty. I don't want any auto zoom. I remember going back. They should have just had follow player. That's... EA hadn't thought of it all yet. Nope.
The puck is dropped.
Holy shit.
He headmans
I want
the
to
puck.
try and make
He's
the
got a clear path to the net.
passes a little more strong. I don't know if you can. Oh my gosh,
takes the
stop.
puck
For the love
away.
of God. Woo! Coming in hot. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Chicago goal
put Florida
scored by number 36.
putting Florida to shame. I kind of anticipated that on rookie. I feel like I'd get back into my
They
old
drop the puck.
habits and really remember how to play this game.
Flattens him.
There we go. There we go.
What a bone-crushing hit. Just levels him.
See, you can get a breakaway on rookie way easy.
He snaps it.
What do we got here? Yeah, I'll go with a triangle. See what happens.
Stick save.
It's gonna be icing? No? Yeah.
That's icing. Fans are reminded that as the rink announcer, I can say pretty much anything I want.
I forgot about that. That's ridiculous.
And drops him.
Get on him. Holy shit.
He strips him of the puck.
Did I see? Yeah, Probert. Holy fuck. Man, I forgot a lot of these guys played for the Hawks.
Breakaway. Oh, huge
Trent?
save.
Is it Trent Yanni? I got... Oh, can you even look at the... Yeah, you can. Okay. Trent Yanni? Oh, they don't even tell you. I'll have to look back again. Can't remember his name. And like I said, this is sort of the era where I really started to pay attention. I was watching the whole league, you know, and wanting to learn all the players' names. And this was a great way to do it, too. We didn't have, like, daily internet access. I mean, I don't know. And so you didn't have roster lists that you could just look up. And this was one of the best ways to get players' names memorized, was playing the video games. It still is, in my opinion. Get fucking Christ!
Florida goal scored by number
Brutal.
4.
Too much mayhem going on in front of the net. Just guys getting clobbered. Everyone fucking around up there. Yeah, you just drilled it home. There we go. Here we go. Oh.
He takes the puck away.
You just got to get on him. You can't even poke check or anything. You just got to be on the fucking guy. And then you get close to him, you'll start to, you know, tap him with a stick.
He shoots.
There we go. Like clockwork, baby.
Chicago goal
Yeah, there's
scored by
nothing.
number 19.
You know, in the new games, you can do stick lifts. You can kind of poke check. And, yeah, this... All you got to do is get close to the guy, and that's it. And that's why I love the simplicity of the game.
Available at the concessionary.
It made it so accessible, because hockey is seriously a difficult game to play. It really is. You can give a kid a basketball and show him a hoop, and he will figure out that he needs to put that ball through the hoop. You know, you give him a baseball and a mitt,
Offside.
and you can play catch. They immediately pick it up. And you give him a baseball bat, throw the ball by him, he's or she is going to figure out that you need to hit that ball when it goes by you. Fucking Christ. How is nobody on D grabbing those loose pucks? Holy shit.
Wrist it.
But with hockey, you give a kid a stick, and it's just a weird foreign object. I mean, I think that was my initial impression when I was first given a hockey stick. I didn't know, and I've met other people that had some of those similar experiences and seen other kids see hockey sticks the first time, and it's a weird sport. And then you got to do it when you're on skates, for God's sake.
He's in all alone.
It's just turning into clockwork. I don't know. Maybe I should just quit before yeah, okay. We'll blast
Chicago
through this then.
Scored by number 10.
So it's such an agile game. It's hard to even teach people how to stop. So it's a difficult game. And these controls, the fact that it's so simple, it makes the game accessible. It helped bring hockey to the masses, because in '99 I felt like it was a real cult sport. I asked some kids about hockey, and there was definitely a niche group that loved the game, at least in the United States. You know, it was a cult sport. I mean, it's wildly popular in Canada. I feel like it always has been. Yeah, it's Canada's game, I mean. But in '99, video games, I felt, really contributed to bringing hockey to the masses.
He snagged that one. Oh,
I think that's true. Simplicity of the controls. Oh, they call offside, and all you need is a guy on the other side of the blue line? Holy shit. That's wild.
He stops him and drops him. Breakaway. Risks it.
And now, I mean, hockey's... Well, that's what the last lockout was all because... It always is. All lockouts in hockey, any sports really, but hockey is just, unfortunately, gotten screwed because of lockouts. You know, viewership really goes down as a result of lockouts. But it's all because of money. And it's these problems, these lockouts are becoming more and more of a problem, and they're coming up more frequently because the sport is becoming more popular. That's all. There's more money in the game. So, it's unfortunate, but money talks, bullshit walks, as they say.
What a pass, tape to tape.
Now, I've kind of thought about how... Talk about robbing a guy out of a breakaway. I've thought about how I want to play this game. Oh, geez, look at this. 34 shots on goal to 9. No penalties. Maybe I should turn the penalties up a little bit to where they originally were. 6-2 at the end of the second. So, I thought about how I want to do this, because the whole objective is to play. There you go. Gotta change the fucking camera. I'm going to try and make just this episode the only time where I bitch about having to switch the camera. I didn't care about it too much when I was a kid. I should not fucking care as an adult. Anyway, back to my point. Thought about how I want to beat this game, quote unquote, beat this game, and...
He takes him out of the play hard. A cheater, no goal.
Oh, you just can't be in the crease at all? What the fuck? Okay, let me finish one thought. For the love of God. The whole objective of this channel is to collect, play, and beat all North American N64 games. So, I figure a fair way to beat this game is to...
He stoned him.
Do regular season.
Fans, when the game is over, you will be herded out like
Come out on
cattle.
top here in the regular season. Go to the playoffs. And then win the cup. I can't remember if there's a fantasy draft in this. Maybe there... Yeah, there has to be. I saw load roster when I was screwing around with the settings and looking at the memory cards. So, yeah, I say do a fantasy draft, play regular season, go try and make the playoffs, and win the cup.
He takes the puck away.
Now, but the real question is, what would I do for difficulty?
Oh, what a save!
And rookie is clearly going to be, I think, too easy.
He snaps it.
This is the first time I've played this in probably,
Breakaway.
I don't know.
He shoots. He
Yeah, and I can just, I'm hacking this game hardcore, man, with the breakaways and deacon hard to the left.
38.
So, not on rookie. I don't know what the next difficulty is. Definitely not all-star. I think that's the hardest. I think there might be only 3. I don't know, we'll look, maybe 4. But after this game, I will look and try and wrap my head around what I want to do. Maybe screw around with the season.
Blocker save. Rebound.
Yeah, I can screw around with the season
stoned him.
settings. There we go. Just ram it in. I'll screw around with the season settings
Chicago goal,
and
scored by
see what I can do
number
there.
93.
My fear is, because I can't remember if you can go through, and I'll confirm it, but
Some cute little baby like it
initially
always
my fear is that for some reason you can't do a regular season and then continue on
Oh, did he get smoked?
and continue on through the playoffs. For some reason I feel like that's a thing, but I don't know. I don't know why that would be. No, beat him, beat him, beat him. There we go.
Great save!
Laying him out, laying Red out. He's got nothing. Going home.
Offside.
So I think that that's a fair way to do it. And that's a big commitment to the...
family environment. We ask that you please refrain from
It's
using
not the
inappropriate
longest
language
season in
the
sports.
stand.
You thank baseball for that.
Oh, huge save.
But, you know, it's a commitment in time. And I think that 10-minute periods is pretty fair. It's half of the game, so...
Risks it.
You can get through a single game pretty quickly.
Fans, if you're looking for great NHL memorabilia, don't forget to drop by the souvenir shop on the lower concourse.
Oh, the souvenir shop too, and this was with the old logo, with the orange shield, which I always thought was way fucking cooler than the new silver and black shield. I don't know.
It's crumpled heap.
It looks just a lot more interesting to me. That color, it's so vibrant. It cuts through everything else. The silver is cool. It's modern. I get it. You know, the league is trying to stay fresh with new logos, like teams do too. So I get it. But
Nice try.
there you go. I wanted to try and pull off a one-timer before. Man, I didn't even cross the line. So I get it. Teams want to stay relevant and change their logos. I did take note of the Buffalo Sabres logo change, but you know.
That's icing.
I'm gonna have to look through all the logos again
Game on, everyone.
and look at whose logos have changed. But I think I remember seeing. So I almost wanted to play the Anaheim Ducks, the Mighty Ducks, and I remembered hearing a statistic that.
He shoots.
Oh man! Right in the corner. I remember hearing a statistic that I think even today in 2018. Be curious if it changes kind of going forward, that the Ducks sell more merchandise than any other NHL team. I don't find that hard to believe because, well, I grew up watching the Mighty Ducks movies. 1 and 2, I did not watch 3. I watched 3 when I was adult, and as an adult, and I was mortified. I watched the Mighty Ducks movies as an adult, and I was still mortified. The story in of itself is ridiculous, but kids ate that shit up when it hit theaters. So I think that has a lot to do with why the Ducks had such
The puck is dropped.
a good run, and still have a good run with selling merch. So,
Huge save.
and that also, to my earlier point,
Oh, did he get smoked?
I think had a lot to do with why hockey started to become so popular. Definitely helped open up people to the sport, especially kids, and that's where it matters. You know, you get movies like the Mighty Ducks and games like this
Takes him out of the play
within a
hard.
couple years getting released. Oh yeah, that's gonna definitely turn heads. Oh, I wanted Chelios to just drill that guy.
He leaves him in a crumpled heap. He stops him and drops him.
Definitely will help though with the popularity of a sport. If you can convince the youth that it's cool and fun to play.
He strips him of the puck.
1 minute left in the third
And
period.
I think they succeeded. I think a lot's changed in the league, some for better, some for worse, but the players are certainly way better. I cannot believe how fast some of these guys are.
Enormous save.
Even compared to guys, some of the best guys. I think,
And it's a
yeah, that's right. Gretzky's in here.
Florida go.
I forgot. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at some of the rosters if I can quickly. If I can't look at them quickly, I'm going to have to do some more research and look at these guys.
He shoots. Well, this one's
There we
history.
go, there we go.
What a game.
Your 3 stars. Let's see what they do here for stats. They didn't have enough data on the game to do full names. I don't get it. "14 breakaways, God almighty, that would never happen in a modern day game." That a lot of these stats are going to change heavily. Very one-sided game though. Definitely going to change with higher difficulties. Yeah, this is something else. And the music, holy shit. From the intro to the menu music, just killer. Alright, yeah, what are these levels? Rookie, Pro, All-Star. Oh man, only 3. So I'm gonna just have to default to Pro. Middle of the road. You know what I will do? I will go do another exhibition. I'm gonna do it in another episode though, and because not everybody's into NHL or hockey in general, or watching N64 on the, or watching NHL on the N64. So I'm probably gonna just wrap this episode up. But next time, I am going to play an exhibition game on Pro, and then kind of screw around and look at the settings for a new season, and if I can carry on and do the playoffs. So I want to look at some of these rosters, though. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay, it does have full names. Yeah, let's. What do we got? What do we got? Cycle through teams. Okay. Where are you? Portnall. Yeah, Rob Blake. I remember Rob Blake being a real schmuck on the ice. Yeah, some of these guys are nuts. Oh, that's right. I wanted to look up this one fucking guy. There we are. It's Black, Tony Monte, Daniel Cleary. That's right. Paul Coffey. Okay. LaRue. Yeah, Bob Probert. God, that's wild. I totally forgot about him. Brent Sutter. Trent. Yeah, that's right. It was Trent Yanni. Okay. And Alexei Zhamnov, man. That's shitty. We lost him. Yeah, what a good player. Yeah, I'd be curious to do a rundown of all of the players featured in this game and see how many are still playing. Oh man, Brett Hall. You know, the Dallas Stars was a second favorite team of mine. And there you go, that's why. Just Ed Belfour, man. He's the shit. I saw him practice a couple times, and I did meet him as a kid. It was like, you know, being touched by God. It was the coolest shit ever. So, anyway, I'm going to look up some of these rosters, and I will catch up with you guys at another time with another episode and do that next exhibition on Pro. Sorry I kind of carried on just babbling, looking at these menus and shit. You got to realize, and all of you know, watching games be played that you haven't played in a long time, or playing games you haven't visited in a long time is just, yeah, it's a trip down memory lane. It's hard to put words to it. So anyway, without further ado, feel free to leave a comment down below with a game that you think I should check out, and I will catch you on another episode. Take care, guys.